Hi, welcome to my YouTube tutorial. I made it special just for you. Just for you. Okay, so I'll be honest with you. I don't really know anything. I'm not good with computers or emulation or even really Vocalwriter, but I have it functioning on my nifty Windows computer, and you can too. There are plenty of tutorials on how to actually use SheepShaver. I'm personally using macOS 9.0.4, and that's the version most recommend for emulating anything pre-Mac OS X. If you need a guide on that, the official emaculation ones are probably the best ones, but if you need a YouTube video like me, there's a few out there. You really only need two things to have Vocalwriter on your computer, which is Vocalwriter itself, it's this one, like this kind of one, and the SCUFFED Expander 5.5, like this one. Both these can be downloaded from either the Macintosh Garden or the Macintosh repository. I use the repository. Unfortunately, this part I'm just going to have to stay out loud instead of demonstrating because all I have is OBS and a dream. But when I downloaded the SCUFFED Expander, in order to load it into SheepShaver, I just kind of lopped it in the Volumes tab. And for Vocalwriter, as you probably know, your computer has a handy little C folder, which can be seen here. And I just put the sit file directly in there for easy use, and guess what you can do with that? Well, any file. I guess it's not here anymore, obviously. Just move it on to here. It's genius. It's wonderful. And a sit or stuff it file is just an old Mac zip file, so you can use the expander to expand it, obviously. I don't think you exactly need a stuff it expander tutorial, but it's worth to have anyway. Double click on it. This menu opens up. File. Open. Expand this. You can select the destination folder. That's something in the preferences. I had it set to ask. You can just choose whatever. I'm selecting desktop folder. And there it is. It's expanded, except I think originally when I was downloading this, I made the mistake of downloading a file with literally nothing in it, and I don't know how I did that. So I re-downloaded it, and that's how I got vocalwriter.img. Double click on it. Now Vocalwriter's over here. Double click on that. Wouldn't you know it? It's Vocalwriter. You're gonna get hit with this. Don't worry about it. You're gonna want the trial. I've already been using this for some time, so it says that my trial is 13 days, but obviously, if you want to keep using Vocalwriter once the trial has expired, you can use it forever and ever by just re-downloading it. And now you're met with this. Very nice, very cute. I don't have much to say about it, because there's nothing here. And a lot of it is still sort of a mystery to me, because I am not good with any music program, let alone one that's this old. But if you want to see something that's pre-made, you can just open one of their demo tracks. Of course, there are several whips for things that I'm already doing. But here's one of my favorites. This is the pause button. If you select one of these measures, pressing this button will automatically play it from that measure. This is the record button, but you need like a MIDI output for that, and you have to download a few extra things for that. And me personally, I don't know how to, nor can I do that, so we're just gonna hit play. I think this is fucking awesome. And it makes me really happy to know that someone working on this was just a really big 2001 fan. They also have just well, it's not going to show here, but they have just the instrumental from the movie. You probably noticed that there was a lot of like glitching and choppiness with that audio. Uh, Everywhere that I've checked about emulating Vocalwriter, there's apparently no solution for that, or at least none that anyone has come to. Though, probably when you open Vocalwriter for the first time, you're going to be met with an error screen that says your computer is overloaded and it can't play anything, and you're going to want to edit your preferences. You are going to want to edit your preferences and just have them be as low as possible, at least for the vocal settings, because it is just really hard for any computer to use the voice synth setting. Also, you're going to want to turn this off. Maybe that's just a personal thing, but sometimes the reverb is just like completely on the fritz and it becomes incomprehensible to listen to anything at some point. I don't know why that is. But turning down your preferences isn't going to fix the problem immediately. What I read to fix this problem, I might actually just have to add something to the video because I'm completely ad-libbing here, and once again, I don't know anything about computers. But you're gonna want to go directly into your Sheepshaver folder, go to the little file that says Sheepshaver preferences, edit it, and change the sound buffer to like a value around 2 or 3. I think it's automatically set to 0. And that will get this kind of buggy but functioning. And that's good enough for me. And now I kind of want to just look more specifically at the vocals. Because I find this really, really, really cool. This is the actual, like, MIDI menu, where all of your notes are. There are options to, like, select and move them around, to add some. I don't know what these two buttons do. I really don't know much about this program. I'm literally just relaying the things I do know. If you press text here, you can edit the text. I don't really want to alter it, obviously. Pretty good as it is. There are a surprising amount of features for, like, fine-tuning things. There's a fucking pitch bend feature. I was not expecting that. All of these are very cool. I haven't even touched them because, again, with all the errors and choppiness, I had a feeling that it would just break my computer more or not really be noticeable in the end. But the other thing you're probably going to be interested in is changing your instrument. The voice that's being used here is Robert. And by just taking your pen tool and clicking at the beginning of your measure, you can change it to Sarah, which is the voice of Alt from Poppin' Music, Tracy, Andy, Abe, Richard, Desmond, male and female breath, which are just like whisper voices, and Webster. Also, if you were to like have one voice here and have one voice here, it would change the voice for that measure and then on. That part's a little confusing to me. Just make sure if you want one voice singing it the entire time, only edit your instrument at the front and make sure that there's no like stray instruments around here. That's about all I can do for you, honestly. I don't know anything. I just really like Vocalwriter. I'm feeling nice. How about we select, delete. What if Hal 9000 was a girl? They actually did that. Her name is Sal 9000.
Dave, what are you doing? I'm much better now. Davey, Davey, give me your answer too.
And so on. I'm not gonna bore you with this specific sample. that's all for my YouTube tutorial. I hope you liked it. Yay!